Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pastor Jerone TV. I'm your host, Pastor Jerome. As you can see, I'm back at my desk. I made it back to Arizona very safely. I want to thank you all for your support and your prayers as I was there in DC supporting our nation, supporting our president. We had a wonderful time, but of course, everybody's heard the news about the attack on the Capitol. Some people were hurt, some people were killed, and they're blaming this on Trump supporters like myself. I went there in peace. And I didn't come back in pieces. I came back all as one. Met some wonderful people, great patriots from around the country. I met people from at least 30 cities, 30 states. And it was just a wonderful thing. Had wonderful conversations as we stood there in the crowds, huge crowd, over 1 million people. And we just had great conversations. We got along great. We didn't run out of stuff to talk about. We had so many things in common. We love our country. We love the Bible. We love God. We love our families. We love church. We love worship. Oh man, it was nothing about color or sex or anything. No division. We were all on one accord. It was a beautiful thing. But by the time we got to the Capitol, things changed. Okay? By the time we got to the Capitol, there were some people already there, and they were already making their way up to the top of the Capitol building, where they started breaking in windows and just going crazy. I even had some people pass through me through the crowd. I remember them because they bumped me as they was rushing through. You know, usually when one of the other patriots going through there say, "Excuse me," or whatever. These guys are just rushing through the crowd. I grabbed one of them. I asked him. I said, "Why you got on a face mask?" He had on a gas mask, and he didn't. He just turned back around and just kept on going. These were the Antifa. They were planted there by the politicians, by the police officers, and they were all colluding together with Antifa. Many of those Antifa members have confessed that they were paid by the police officers. Me and my pastor friend who went there, we were gassed. We were tear gassed. And we were just taking pictures. I turned around and taking pictures of the crowd. Tear gas broke out. It burned my eyes, couldn't breathe. A very, very terrible experience, but we made it through it. I want to show y'all some video footage, and I want to kind of break it down with you. And I want to show you that this is nothing but an act to make Trump look bad and Trump supporters look bad. See, because this is what they all had it all set up. It was advertised that we were going to be there, that Trump and his supporters are going to be there. Hundreds of thousands, a million of us are going to descend on Washington, D.C. to support our president, support Stop the Steal. And they had something waiting on us. A plan to make us all look bad so that President Donald Trump could not and would not get the support from the senators who had promised to give him the support. They stabbed him in the back. And they too, I believe, were a part of this plan. Now I'm gonna break it down real quick. I want to show y'all this video where a police officer is being attacked by Antifa, but you can tell they were colluded because no harm is being intended. No harm is being intended. The police officer is not trying to shoot anybody. He's not trying to harm anybody. He's not calling for backup. The door is open. And he never looks at the camera. I want y'all to check this out. Okay, the first thing I want to show y'all is that the police officer is there by himself. These people knew that that Trump supporters were coming, right? And the mayor of the city had already asked for the military to be present. She'd asked for the military to be present. They had a very poor police presence, y'all. Very poor. And if you got the military there, you have 10 or 12 police officers, and the police officers let the people in the building. All right? Okay, so he's by himself. Push the guy in the chest. You push the guy in the chest. That's what you do. You're by yourself. You're a police officer by yourself with a mob of people back here. And the guy complies nicely. He's not trying to knock the officer's hand off his chest. You know, he's just going along with the little act. It's just an act. The police officer comes and get his little baton. He backs up. He knows the baton is there. He looks for it. The guy gave him a chance to look for the baton, gave him a chance to reach down and get it. All right. The cop is by himself. If they wanted to hurt the man, they could have hurt him. Right? Very easily. They're just doing this acting. He's not calling for backup. He's not calling for backup. He's not calling for backup. And these guys are not bum rushing. They're just taking their time. They're just letting him do all of the acting. I want y'all to notice something right here. I want you to notice something. Okay? The officer is by himself. Who is doing the filming? Who's recording this? Is it another police officer recording this? If it is, why isn't he helping the man? And if the person recording is an Antifa, then why isn't the police officer acknowledging his presence by even looking at him and taking precautions as he's running up the stairs? Who's recording? And thirdly, if it's a media person or somebody paid to record, then why? Why would they be there on the day when nobody was expecting anybody to break into the Capitol? Why would a recorder be there? Is it a cop? Is it an Antifa? Or is it somebody that was there knowing it was staged? The police officer, either way, never looks at the cameraman. Doesn't look at the camera. Doesn't look at the camera. You can see the cameraman's arm. You can see the cameraman's arm. Hey, he never looks at him. This is so staged. This is terrible acting, bad acting. All staged to make Trump supporters look bad. Okay? That's all this is, folks. The man is so full of donuts and Twinkies, he can barely bend down to pick up the baton. They were sitting down having a big lunch, waiting for all this stuff to happen. And now he's so full, he can barely pick up the baton and get up the stairs. Look at this. That's a full meal right there. And you know you're coming in to do some work. You're not going to eat a full meal and get full like this. Okay? He can barely keep his knees straight because his stomach is so full of 7 or 8 pounds of Twinkies and bread and Ho-Hos. He's not concerned about this stuff. This is all staged, people. Okay. I'm going to show y'all another thing here. This is Trump supporters yelling at the Antifa. They saying cuss word, expletive Antifa. Because Antifa is up here breaking the windows. This is Antifa, but they're all dressed as Trump supporters. I was there. We were not planning and having hammers and axes and spray and all that kind of stuff. We didn't have that. We didn't have helmets and gas masks. We had flags or videoing. That was it. That was it. These folks are Antifa, and it was set up by the politicians and the police. The politicians who were in there voting were the ones that set this up. Now listen to the crowd. They telling Antifa, don't do it. They tell them, F Antifa, don't do this. And these people wearing these Trump supporter stuff are not Trump folks. See, Antifa folks. They're breaking the windows. And they were the ones who went into that building, not Trump supporters. Some of y'all are so quick to believe everything that the media tells you. And I'm going to give you this warning here from the scriptures, all right? You should not believe everything that the false prophet media tells you. They're going to have you worshiping the beast. Okay? Here's Revelation chapter 16, verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them for the battle of the great day of God Almighty. The dragon, the beast, the false prophet. Who are they? Let me go backwards, and then I'm gonna come back to the dragon in the order that is here. But let's start with the false prophet. The false prophet is the media. The false prophet is the media. They're the ones in charge of disseminating false information. And this stuff that you all have seen with your own eyes, I was there. It was Antifa that did this. This was not Trump supporters. It was Antifa dressed up as Trump supporters so that they can set the narrative against Donald Trump and his supporters. False prophet. And then you see here the beast. The beast, the mark of the beast. The beast is the government. They want people to worship the government. This is why they want to chase your jobs out of your community, chase jobs out of America, this is what Joe Biden is going to do. He's going to chase the jobs away. This booming economy that we have is going away. Joe Biden is going to chase them away so that we can depend on the government. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll give you free education. We'll give you $2,000 a month. We'll give you this. We'll give you that until they take it away. And then the dragon, which is Satan. But let's see. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs. Three, a satanic trinity. The Trinity itself is not satanic, but Satan has a Trinity that marks the Trinity of God. It mocks the Trinity of God. It copies. Frogs in the book of Leviticus chapter 11 are unclean. And what we're looking at is unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. The dragon gives the message to the beast. The beast gives the message to the false prophet, and the false prophet gives the message to the people. The false prophet gives the people the message, leads the people to the beast, which is to take the mark. And then when you take the mark, you become under ownership of the dragon. Don't listen to the media. They are the false prophet. They lied about President Donald Trump for 4 years. They lied about followers of President Donald Trump. And now what you're going to see is that they're going to start lying against Christians, and then you'll see persecution come in. Okay? The persecution of the church and the believers. Because the media sets the narrative, and then the government, which is the beast, has the power or the backing of government, the military, the police officers, to enforce it. All so that they can worship the dragon. This is Pastor Jerome. Let me know what you think about it. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next one.